there! If you are preparing to do a home renovation project or repairs to your home and you're in the state of Virginia, hiring a truly licensed contractor is crucial. So today I'm going to guide you through the process, what you should be looking for in the state, and helping you find the right licensed contractor for your project or repair. So let's get started. First of all, just a little warning, you want to be prepared and be careful because anybody can get a white van, slap a sticker on it, say they're a contractor, and I can't tell you the number of times I've seen people that might have seen on social media a recommendation for a contractor and they took that as the truth just by seeing that on social media, but then maybe that contractor just has a business license but not necessarily a contractor's license. So you want to make sure they're fully insured and have the right level of contractor's license to correspond with the project that you're doing and the amount of work. So it's crucial to make sure that you verify with the state of Virginia because licensed contractors have been through an entire process. They have to meet specific standards set by the state for each level or tradesperson's license and ensure that they have those necessary skills and knowledge. So this means better quality work for you, compliance with local codes, and protection against potential liability. Now let's get started in the state of Virginia, there are 3 levels of licenses, A, B, and C contractor licenses. Now Class C is the easiest to obtain for a contractor. They have to have 2 years of provable experience in the field, and the Class C license only allows them to do projects up to $10,000. So if you're doing a kitchen remodel, you definitely need more than a person with a Class C license. So make sure that that is looked into. Class B licenses allows for projects to be done over that $10,000 mark up to $120,000 for each project. So that would be the cap. They also have to sit for an exam for Class B and have certain income levels and 3 years of verifiable experience. Now Class A is going to be your largest level of contractors. So that's going to be your true home builders and large renovation project contractors that do work over $120,000 per project, and they have to have at least 5 years of verifiable experience. Of course, also have to show some financial records and sit for contractor exams. So make sure that based on the value of your project that you're getting the right level of contractor. So also just want to mention briefly that if you're looking for particular trades, there are other designations of licenses. So for example, plumbers, electricians, and AC, and some others, they're going to have particular types of licenses with the state. So start by researching in your area. Use the Department of Professional Occupational Resource website at the state of Virginia. So the acronym for that is DPOR. You want to look for the DPOR website in Virginia. You can go in there and search contractor licenses, either by license number or by name. You can get their history, how long they've been licensed, any judgments or complaints against them, which is very important. You want to look for any disciplinary actions, and you can read customer reviews as well. So always verify that the contractor holds a valid license for the specific type of work and level that you're doing. So next step is you want to get multiple quotes. Getting multiple quotes from different contractors will help you understand the average cost for your project and compare the scope of work for each contractor proposes. Remember, the lowest bid doesn't always mean that that contractor is the best choice. So you need to balance out the cost and compare apples to apples with the quality and experience. Step 4, you want to check references and their past work. If it's a large project that you're doing, I would try to not only get references and contact information for their past clients, you want to drive by and look at those homes, what the work was done, especially for larger projects. So this will give you a sense of that contractor's reliability, their workmanship, and their professionalism. Also look on their estimates. You want to look at the detailed description of the work. So review the contract very carefully. All right, so before signing any agreement, review that contract and ensure that it includes materials to be used. There can be a wide variety of materials, and again, goes back to comparing apples to apples. If you've got a contractor preparing laminate flooring versus hardwood flooring, then obviously that's going to be two different costs. So analyze those materials and the timelines for completion. You want to look at the details of the scope of work. Warranties are also very important when comparing contractors. So don't hesitate to clarify any points of concern, and you also want to make sure that the contractor is getting the proper permits, right? So if they're doing electrical work, they need permits. If they're doing a basement refinishing, they need permits. So just about anything is going to require a local county or city permit. Make sure the contractor includes that in their estimate and that they've got everything covered for you there. One of the most important points that I can stress is that you want to make sure that progress payments and down payments to these contractors don't get ahead of the work. So what do I mean by that? First of all, if you decide on a contractor and you sign a contract, you want to look at what they're requiring for a down payment. Typically, the industry standard is a 50% down payment. Now, it could be a little more than that if you've got some excessive amounts of materials that the contractor has to pay for in advance. So get that information and a list from the contractor on what those materials are going to cost, if he might need that check up front to pay for those materials. And then along the way, you want to stay involved. That's the next step. You want to visit the job site, especially if it's a larger project, and you want to talk with that contractor as often as possible. I've built and renovated many, many homes, and even if it was from a distance, you want to get on the phone or a Zoom call, FaceTime that contractor if you can't be there in person. So once the work begins, stay involved in the process, checking on it regularly, either in person or online. You want to make sure that contractor has open communication and that he will address issues promptly with you to ensure that everything stays on track. And back to progress payments not getting ahead of the work, very important to make sure that if a contractor, let's say he looks to you like he's done about 60% of the project completion, you shouldn't be paying him 75%. You've got to make sure that your payments are not ahead of the work. And especially when you get to the end of the project, don't want to pay the contractor 100% if there's still a punch list of items to do. Make sure every change order is signed off on and the punch list is completed before you make that final payment. Right? So in summary, hiring a local Virginia contractor doesn't have to be a daunting task. So by following the steps and guidelines that I mentioned, you can find a reliable contractor who will deliver quality results for your home. So social media groups and posts are helpful to ask for referrals, but don't let that be the end all. You've got to make sure you screen these contractors and check their license physically as well as online with the DPOR website. And as a licensed realtor covering the whole state of Virginia, I have a network from Northern Virginia to the Roanoke Smith Mountain Lake area of reliable pre-screened contractors and people that are on my team and in my network. So I have a lot of trusted relationships with them. If I can help you in any way, feel free, I'd happy to make a recommendation to you. So reach out to me. Thanks for watching. Happy renovating. Click and subscribe to the channel and watch our next video. Have a wonderful day.